She says, I can't hate men because my father was too good. I had a good father. I just can't. I know that good men do exist. And they hated her for it. They attacked her for it. Here's the first video that triggered them. You're going to want to see this. Check it out.
I personally can't hate men because I had a really good dad. And I know that the Most High didn't stop making good men when he made my father. So how can I possibly hate men? And I know that if my father existed, that there's other men out there that are also like him. So therefore I cannot hate all of you.
Beautiful words.
It's not even possible for me. He was too good. He was too good, which means there's too good out there. So yeah, count me out. Count me out.
You know, they hated that. And so they responded. And then she responded. This is where things started to heat up. Check it out.
I made a video yesterday where I was saying how I can't hate men because I had a really good father. And I got a response that I found to be very interesting. She said, good for you. Right. Thank your mother also because your mother chose a good man. That also means your mother is not a crappy person. But let's sympathize and empathize with people who aren't fortunate enough to have what you have.
I'm going to pause it right there because this is great. But I have to show you this next video, right? I have to show you this. This is what I want you to see first. Let's get it.
So this may be my last video on this topic, but it might not be. So let's take it back to my being grateful for having a good dad video, right? I've seen a lot of the women say, well, you should be thanking your mother for picking you a good father. You should be thanking your mom for picking that.
So she moves like bones are optional. While this woman has a body of steel, that you're more likely to...
Good man. Not thanking that man for being a good dad. No, you should thank your mother. You should thank the woman for picking that good man.
Right.
So if I should thank the woman for picking that good man and not thank the man for being the good man, by that logic, does that mean that if my mother did not choose a good father, that I would also blame my mother?
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Are you guys following? Do you see why I had to make sure I play this first so that this video right here is heard? And do you see why this video here didn't catch as much attention? They didn't want to hear that. They didn't want to drink that coffee one more time.
So if I should thank the woman for picking that good man and not thank the man for being the good man, by that logic, does that mean that if my mother did not choose a good father, that I would also blame my mother?
No, I'll have a tea, actually.
They don't want that.
So you don't thank the good man for being a good man. You thank the woman for picking the good man. But when the woman doesn't pick a good man to be the father, who's to blame for that?
The man, right? She says, I can't hate men.
All right. Fair use. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh by Shanyal Shabra HaKwakadaj and double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, the elders that rule well. Salutations to the elders and apostles and the brothers that labor in the truth, doing great work diligently night and day and night. Shout out to you sincere sisters who's loving Yahweh by Shanyal Shah, loving yourself, respecting yourself, loving your children, take care of the home, doing the righteous thing in the eyes of the Lord. And shout out to the hopeful elect that's keeping the faith, doing great work, staying diligent, watching the prophecy, and just doing what the Lord has instructed us to do in the Bible. All right, so we got a clip here of a guy. He's discussing a young lady who is expressing herself, telling the truth. And everything she said, she didn't say nothing wrong here. She's explaining that having a good father is not only just go according to your mother, right? It's going according to how he's raised by God, how he's raised by a real man. And before a woman can even establish their rightful ways on this planet, Yahweh has made Yahweh has made man first. All right. So by him making man first, he has instructed man and given him rules and regulations and laws. He always had dealt with man when it comes to everything on this planet. The woman is just his helpmate. Okay. She supports, she helps, she do what she have to do. you know, and back her husband up. You know what I'm saying? So women are having a backlash moment towards this young lady because everything she said is correct. She's like, how you think you women have a good husband? You know, because he was raised by a good woman and a good man, right? But a good man raised and put foundations in the home, and the woman solidify it. The woman, she holds the fort down, you know, while he's taking care of business out in his world. Okay, so you women got some nerve to say that the reason why she don't hate men is because she had a good father, but they saying no, the reason why you not hating men is because the choice that your mother has made. No, men doesn't predicate their life just solely on women. Men have goals and obligations and duties and discipline that they have to upkeep in order to maintain that attraction with women. Okay? When a man is doing what he have to do and he's disciplined, he's honorable, he's other men respect him, you know, other women see that, you know, she respects her husband. She respects the things that he do. She see the capabilities in him that once he's focused, the sky's past the limit. You understand? A woman would never ever leave a man that's doing what he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? And once his purpose is always before her, she always gonna find that as competition. You know, it's not to say that she looks up and go mad behind it, but she looks at it as like, okay, his energy always into this, but when he do give me his energy, it's magical, it's good. You know what I'm saying? It's wonderful. And this sister right here was raised by a good father. You could tell. Look at the way she speak. Look at the way she behave. Look at the way she voice her opinion without being disrespectful to the people, man. You know what I'm saying? So she made valid points that struck a nerve, but women are always trying to find fault in something good that's coming out of the mouth of a black woman. You know, besides the evil woman love to cause strife and confusion. They love to make chaos. You know, but the righteous sisters, you know, they don't get talked about enough. You know, she even mentioned about the Most High, you know, short and brief. So she know who the higher power is. She know that the Most High has blessed her father, and now look at her. You know, you won't find anything crazy or negative about this young lady because she said something that was truthful. You know what I'm saying? So women are trying to make her rethink what she's saying and go based on her feelings. The woman that's answering, they going based on their feelings. She going based on what's logical because she's raised by the man. And I tell you brothers and sisters all the time, no disrespect to your sisters, man. That's in the truth. That's single. There's no disrespect, but let's keep it real here. A lot of fathers that raise children, you know, they raise the best children even when they're single, more than mothers. You know, and on a small scale, they have done more. They have done a greater job than women on a greater scale that is single and that don't want black men in their home. You know, to 90% of this world, women that are single. They usually the children stay with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's rare that you see a lot of men, you know, raising their children by themselves. But now it's becoming more common because now these women are going to jail. They're getting locked up. They're not good. They're not good mothers. They want to run the street. They can't take care of the child. They should. It was a movie I watched. I forget the name of the movie, man. If you guys could refresh my memory, I saw a small portion of this movie, and I didn't get a chance to watch the whole film. I didn't. You know, I kind of like, I ain't really get a chance to watch it. You know, I was like, man, this ain't my movie. But this one part of the movie, it caught my attention. It was on TV. And it was like many years ago. My wife, she had it on TV, but I think she was watching. It was like a comedy with Cedric Entertainer, and he had a conversation with his wife. I think the lady played in. It was that show 101. She was the tall girl, Candy. I believe it was her. I might be wrong. I think she was married to Cedric Entertainer, but or they were just, you know, they was married, but she said, listen, you more established, my life ain't going how it's supposed to go. You take care of the kids while I get my life together, and then I come back. You know what I'm saying? And he took the kids and raised them, you know what I mean? But when a woman's telling you that, man, that's masculine. A woman is, you know, not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to fight, do it, and be strong and love your husband, man. You want to join the world and trying to be like a man, be masculine. You know, what kind of fucking woman are you? You know, basically you out there having free sex. You know, you're getting your back blown out. You're having good time on a weekend party at the party. You're not there raising your kids. You don't know what they like. You don't know what's their favorite color. You're not there for them. So how can a woman like you be respected as a mother? So, you know, them kids not gonna have a relationship with you, and don't expect them to show great love towards you. They don't have to do that once you dump them off, and then you want to run off and get pumped and dumped and slumped and be a cum dump in the bed. You understand? And then just to get back up, repeat the same BS, getting drunk, wasting your weekend. What we doing? You working these bullshit ass jobs, not telling them what kind of job you got. That's gonna make something happen. You don't want to do. You want to be set. You want to have a separatism life and be separate from your man, so you could be in the world and do what you want, and then come back when you all dried up and fucked up, and then you want him to have the best of you, was slept at the end. No, fuck that. You know, you gave your body up, you gave your mind up, and you want to live free, be wicked. And those are the same type of women hate what this young lady said. This young lady said a lot, man. You know, she said a lot in a small sentence, man. She put everything, boom. You know, she said, yo, listen, you know, you want me to hear your feelings, your feelings, or we listen to logic, which is more sustainable, which is making sense. And that's the thing. Women don't want to make sense. They want your feelings to be heard instead of your thought. That's why a thinking man is a dangerous man. And people don't like to hear that because they're afraid they don't know what's going to come. You damn right. We're not supposed to be predictable. Because women will throw shit off. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And they know he's too predictable, he this and that and that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I want to get a couple scriptures here. Let's go to you know, we're going to the classic. You know, we're going to the classic. We got to go to the classic. And then we're going to go to Ephesians and Titus. You know, this is for the righteous sisters, man. This is for the loving sisters, man. You know, fuck the wicked bitch. You know, we're gonna talk about the righteous women, man. Let's go to Proverbs 31st chapter, 3rd verse. I'm sorry, let's go to 10th verse. Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies, man. All right, there you go, man. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. She's a rare commodity, man. You know, when you find a good woman like that, that's way better than diamonds and rubies, man. Yo, man, a man, he can't stop thinking about you. He can't stop caring about you. He love you. He want to see you, you know. And when a woman is wicked, man, that turn a man off, man. That make a man curse you out. You know, like once I see a woman do something wrong and she bad, it's gonna turn me off, man. I'm gonna be real nasty to her and just not be bothered, man. You know. But I'm never ever gonna do that again. Give another woman a chance to keep trying to get it right. And nah, I'm not doing that, man. You know, if I gotta cut y'all something terrible, or you know, God forbid, put hands on you, I might well not even be bothered with you. You know, I don't put my hands on my wife. I sure them ain't gonna waste my time putting my hands on you. And if I put my hands on you, now I get in trouble. Now my wife got to hear that I got domestic violence cases with women, and I'm not even doing that with her. Come on, man. I don't want that type of fucking issue. You understand? Fuck no. Hell no. I'm not wasting my life and my gift that Yahweh has given me on over some wicked ass bitch. Hell no. It's not happening. Hold on, guys. All right, so it says, the heart of a husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. So he loved the woman so much that he know that she gonna get it done. He has no doubt in his mind that she gonna get it done. Her word is her bond. She making sure that whatever she says, she do. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Especially according to him, that if she love him, you know. And we're not saying that she gonna be perfect every time. Oh, baby, I was tired. I didn't mean to do it, but you know, I'll do it early in the morning. So, you know, don't be overly too hard on her, because, you know, we human beings. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has the title to, you know, they get tired or they have things in their mind. So come on, we gotta be a little bit, you know, a little bit fair. You know what I'm saying? We can't just be a total jackass. You feel what I'm saying? Let me read this, man. It said, verse 12, she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. So if you're a wife, you're supposed to do good all the days of your husband's life, not evil. An evil woman is going to do bad all her marriage. That's why marriages fail, because you women ain't shit. And then you have divorce parties and you celebrate it like it's it's like a fucking gift from God. That's not a gift from God. You know what I'm saying? That's Satan. That's Satan. Debauchery towards you. That's Satan wicked ass ways that has influenced your life to divorce your man. Any woman that divorced her husband and she's proud of it, and she's doing divorce party celebrations, you ain't no fucking good. You ain't no fucking good. You ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not no fucking woman. You just a walking death time bomb waiting to expire if you do not repent. You know? Ain't no fucking real man gonna want to take a woman of that stature. No real man in his right mind is going to that's gonna big her up like that. Hell no. Not bigging up no broad like that. I would never in my life marry a woman who's evil to me all the days of my life. Fuck that. I'm not even gonna give her a chance. Once I see something crazy, I'm gone. I don't gotta explain nothing to no bird. Your activity is gonna show me who you are. Okay? Your action is gonna show me who are you. It's gonna show me every fucking time. Who are you? I don't understand. You guys, you wait for so long because you so in love with the girl, your nose is wide open because she disrespecting you, and then she lay down with you, and then she said, all right, I ain't gonna apologize. That's how I'm gonna just let it go. She disrespect you. She lay down, had sex with you. You so stupid. You give her fucking dick. You don't give her no fucking DICK. You let her be punished for the actions of what she done. You don't reward her. That's why you men crash the fuck out, because you got a lot of lust that you're dealing with inside you. Your spirit ain't right. And your soul is declining because you want to make it up. You want to make it up. You want to make it up for her by giving her some shit because you desperate. Dude, you supposed to have options. You're not supposed to allow her to dictate or control your emotions and control your discipline. You control your discipline. Ain't no motherfucking way no bitch gonna ever come back in my life and trying to get it right. No, you fucked up. You stay out. So I'm glad that this sister made this point. She made an excellent point. You know, I agree with the sister. The sister ain't say nothing wrong. She said something right, and she was raised by, a father that honored the Most High. You know what I'm saying? She mentioned it in her mouth. Okay, the sister said something important that needed to be said, and she said it. You know, that's why I don't like women really talking on these social media and having a platform and having a voice. Man, you need to just be quiet and just let men deal with this. You know what I'm saying? But it needed to be heard. It needed to be said to these women. You know, that's why women need to check women too, man. Women, righteous women are getting sick or tired of you wicked ass bitches, and you got to get out the way, man. All you doing is causing harm and affliction, and you causing detrimental propriety to men's fucking life. Okay, you're destroying men's mental. You're destroying his soul. You're diminishing his soul and his spirit. Okay, you're doing all these things, man. You're no good to him if you're evil, man. Okay. Now you got wicked women that's with a wicked man. She'll do good by him, but that doesn't mean they're righteous. A righteous woman and a righteous husband is gonna do the honorable things that's honorable to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna let a woman like that disrespect you. And I told my son one day, I said, yo, man, if you ever get real serious with a young girl, you know, and y'all become one as time goes on, and like I said, if I meet her mother and her sister-in-law are some ratchet ass bitches, I'm not gonna tolerate that. I ain't gonna sit there and hear that shit. Cause in my life, I'm a disciplined man. I'm not gonna allow no bitch that don't have no right structure, no discipline, deter my teachers from my son. Before that happened, man, I'll dismiss myself from them bitches, man. I wouldn't even be bothered, man. And then, you know what they say? Oh, yeah, his father, all right, his father. No, bitch, his father's a real man. His father ain't no sucker. You understand? You better be glad that your daughter are dealing with my son. You know, but me teaching my son and saying, you know, son, you know, choose a different girl, man, that have some good structure and good parenting background, man. You know what I mean? All women got headaches, but you want to choose the woman with least headaches. You know what I'm saying? You know, I met this girl, man. Her name was Toya, Latoya, man, and she's from Coney Island. And this bitch, man, when I first met her, man, I was young, and I was trying to get with her. You know, I met her on Facebook, and me and her was talking, whatever. And then she just had a lot of fucking problems. Every day is a complaint. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with this bitch? I got so tired of that shit. All I wanted to do was just fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Because I would think about, I just want to fuck her and move on. So I was just trying to listen to her just to so I can say, all right, I'm listening to her. All right, are you done? All right, let me fuck. But then I told myself it's not a good thing to fuck her. Because now she's telling you about how she feel about men, and now you in her life and you're going to do wrong to her and leave. She gonna get mad at you and disrespect you. So I disengaged myself from that bitch, and then she reached out to me one time, and then we were talking again. It was the same fucking shit. It never changed. So from that day, I said, nope, that's it. Done. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a fucking woman like that. A woman like that is fucking hurt. She traumatized. She picked fucked up men because she was raised by fucked up bitches and women around her. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful, fellas, who you picking. Don't just think with your lust. Think with your, with your mind that God has given you, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. All right, let's read on. It says, I want to jump down. Let me jump down for a second. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's jump down to verse 20. She stretched out her hand to the poor. Yeah, she reaching forth her hands to the needy. That's what a righteous woman do. You could tell a woman that's good as a good woman because she's always willing to give. 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 A selfish bitch always saying, oh, if no nigga ain't coughing on no money, he ain't getting no pussy. Oh, we don't go on no dates, he ain't getting none. Oh, we don't do that. See, that's a bitch, that's a user. Okay? A man said womanizer, that's a manizer. She's a manizer. You understand? She manipulates and uses men for what they got and dog shit them. But while the fucked up niggas, she'll get them all the pussy. She'll run and bust her nut on that nigga dick. Have crazy good sex, get in toxic relationship, get screamed at, have fights, he body slam her, beating the shit out of her. You know what I'm saying? That she calling for the world to have sympathy for empathy. Then because she's a jackass. All right? But a righteous woman is not ever going to put herself in that situation. she's always wanting to love, always wanting to give, always wanting to be kind-hearted, always wanting to see people have. You know, that's what makes her happy, to see people have. You know what I'm saying? That's a righteous woman. That's a good woman. You understand what I'm saying? So know the difference between a wicked bitch and a righteous woman. All right? Verse 21, she is not afraid to snow. Salaka, she is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. So she's basically saying, if her family's going through something, you know what I'm saying, she's gonna always make sure that they have. She's always gonna make sure that something's gonna work out. She's not gonna allow her children go without. You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna always make sure her home is good. Food is always cooked and prepared. Clothes is always done. You know, those sorts of things. Verse 22, she make herself coverings of tapestry, her clothing silk and purple. Okay, verse 23, her husband is known in the gates. He's known out here in this world. When he sitteth among the elders of the land, so people respect this man and people honor this man, and you know, look at Susanna and her husband. Her husband was well known in the city. He was a very wealthy man. She was a very prestigious, beautiful lady. You understand? But she was falsely accused of committing adultery on her husband, which wasn't true. You know, but because of the stature of her husband, you know, women love to see her man be, you know, have respect or get respect from the neighborhood, from other men. You know what I'm saying? Because it tells her that she got a real leader. All right. Verse 26. She opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue in the law of kindness. Verse 27. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. All right. So she always making sure that her household is prepared, and she doesn't waste time or just being fucking a glutton, or, you know, she always making sure everyone is stable and is a balance. Okay, she bring that femininity to the home. Okay, verse 28, her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Verse 29, many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. So many daughters, you know, has come and you know, implement and do the things like her, you know, like her mother has done, but they have not become like her, but they mirror what she do. That's what the scripture tells, that elderly women supposed to teach young women how to be sober-minded, how to love their husbands, how to be mothers, how to be great nurturers. That's the qualities of a woman, man. You understand? Not back talking, not talking back, not being, you know, crazy with her mouth. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect men. You got to respect yourself. It's a divine order, man. And then a lot of you women gonna find out on the day of judgment, man. You're gonna find out when America is being destroyed. You're gonna find out when you being killed in these concentration camps. You're gonna find out. Your bad decision is gonna be so bad all the way to the very end. When your husband tell you don't take that mark, you're gonna take that chip, and you're gonna take that fucking mark of the beast. You're gonna take that chip. You're gonna take it, and then you're gonna say, damn, my husband's right. But it's too fucking late. And hopefully in the kingdom he don't have you no more. Verse 30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. There you go. A lot of you women, you know, don't fear the Lord, but some of you women that fear the Lord, you know, let Yahweh bless you and all your doings in your life, man. And you the sisters that's gonna be protected. You're not gonna be protecting no evil ass bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? So like I said, man, any chick that's out of my life, you out of my life for good. You don't get access to me anymore. You don't come around me anymore. You don't write me anymore. I don't give a fuck about what you doing, what you choosing. That's your life. You don't worry about my life. Live your life. I'm gonna do me, you do you. You understand? Next chapter. Next. You know, fuck all these bitches, man. These bitches no fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Verse 31. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Okay? Hold on, guys. Let's go to Titus. Let's go to Titus 2 and 3. All right? Okay, right here. All right, let's go here. Titus chapter this is chapter 2, verse 3. The scripture says, the aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness. So aged woman, you got to become holy, man. You got to separate yourself from the wild beast women, man. Separate yourself from the Jezebels and the Delilahs, all these wicked ass, demon ass, no good ass women. Separate yourself from them, okay? And those women hate you because they see that you have a light, a glow on you, okay? That they be in behavior as becoming holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things. So a lot of these women are false accusers. They lie on men. They say men rape me. They say men this guy had beat on me, which they lie. They put men in, they set men up to get killed. All these things, you know what I'm saying? They're good accusers, man, and not giving too much wine. A lot of these women love to drink. Oh, girl, I'm gonna get drunk. They love to drink. They go out and love. They get drunk. All right, teachers of good things. So you got to be teachers of good things. How you teach a young woman and young children how to behave, how to have respect, morals, keeping God's commandments, being sober-minded, being kind, being courteous, trusting people with manners. That's how a wife is respected. That's how young girls are being respected. Teaching young girls how to close their legs, how to wear dresses, being clean and being feminine. These are the things these are the things that wives are supposed to teach their daughters, man. You know what I'm saying? They teach their daughters how to, when they have their menstrual cycle, how to clean themselves. They're showing them what to do. Okay? They have these conversations with them. All right? Verse 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober. There you go. To love their husbands, right? To love their children. There you go. So if you're not a woman in its truth, not teaching your daughters that, then you're not really in the truth. You don't believe in God, because you're not teaching your daughters how to break the cycle of what you did wrong. If you don't got a husband, and you're not teaching your daughters to make better decisions and showing them how to be loving, be kind, then you failed. You failed as a parent. That's it. Verse 5, to be discreet. You got to teach your daughters how to be discreet. Don't be all so fucking loud and abrasive. Yeah, girl. Twerking and shaking their ass and showing your titties amongst the world. You're showing implications of signs that you're a whore. Okay? And the majority of you are whores. Whether you do it by default or by fault. To be discreet, chastity, keepers at home. Be keepers at home. Keep your black ass home and sit still, man. All right? Good, obedient to their husband. Be obedient to your husband. Listen to your husband. You respect your husband so much, you're going to listen to him. Even if your husband may not be right all the time, you're going to say, let me just listen and give it a thought. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be disrespecting him in front of amongst people. And if you're doing it in public, I'm sure I know you're doing it in private. Okay? That the word of God be not blasphemed. There you go. All right? So these are the things that older women supposed to teach younger women. But I hope to be edifying. Shalom.